Hello, welcome back. My name is Kanoa and this is Focused Power and your upper body workout 3.3. We're gonna jump right on in it with our warm-up with a march in place, making sure you're bringing your arms back because this is an upper body, which means we need to warm this up, and it's 3.3, which means it's a little bit more intensified variation of this workout, but we're not using weights, not yet, but I promise you they are coming if you were looking forward to that. But if you wanted to incorporate weights into this, by all means, I always say you do you, boo. Do what you gotta do. We're gonna do a shoulder roll here. So bring that back, shoulder roll back, but then add just a little side step. You know, even though it's upper body, it does not hurt to warm up, to add this in there. Just get that whole body warmed up. Reverse that shoulder roll, bring it forward. So I'm excited. This block, we're gonna be doing essentially about 11, 12 moves, 45 seconds each, and we're gonna go through it twice. So if you didn't want to add the weight, that's kind of why we started here, because 45 seconds through that many moves, doing it twice, that's a lot of work that you're gonna be doing in the upper body, which doesn't necessarily take you needing to add weight. 3, 2, 1. Doing a side step here, and then I want you to reach. Side to side, reach, reach. So gravity is gonna do a lot of work for us, but we don't have to add weight. But if you wanted to, I would probably just add something on the lighter side for you. Let's just now across. So side reach, step. Now we're bringing this across the chest. So we're focusing on the entire upper body, which means we're going to do biceps, triceps, chest, back. I'm getting you covered. So this is just nice twist because we're also warming up our spine here. You want to dip it down a little bit? There we go. 3, 2, 1. Just do like this chest press opening. Well, we're actually going to do this in the workout, right? But just opening this up, activating those chest muscles. Always keep a slight bend in the knee, even from the beginning, because it's a great reminder that I'm never going to lock my knees out. I'm always going to have this like slight bend, gentleness to it. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Take it again. March. We're gonna do those warm-ups. Just again, take it up just a little bit. Now that you've gone through it, we've done some gentle movement, and now we're gonna bump it up a little bit. Get our heart rate up just a bit more. There we go. Really work that out. Back, like runners, arms. Feel that strength. We're gonna be building a lot of strength today, which I'm excited about. 3, 2, 1. Shoulder roll. Back. You want to add in the tap. Make sure the neck is nice and loose. Shoulders. The thing about warming it up, it's also about loosening it up. As we focus on some of these upper body moves, that extra tension is not going to feel good. So it's like, release it. Reverse, forward roll. Nice and big rolls. I hope you're ready. I don't know if you've done the other workouts or lower body interval. And I put these together where you didn't necessarily have to do them all. Maybe you're just doing the upper body. Maybe you're just doing the muscle strengtheners. But I love that you at least have these options and they're going to continue to progress. 3, 2, 1. Tap and reach across the chest. There we go, right across. Get that little twist. Make sure you're lifting up your heel, bringing that knee with you, right? 3, 2, 1. This chest press, open. There we go. This little bounce. And bringing, notice how it comes forward, bringing this all the way, opening up the chest. open. Awesome. Give me a few more. 2 and 1. Shake it out. All right, like I said, we are going through literally, it's like 11 moves. There is no break in between these moves, and we're doing them for 45 seconds each, so we're just literally going through it. That's why if you don't want to add weights yet, it's okay. I'm not going to add weights until we hit the next phase of this. The next time we do upper body, then I'll incorporate weights, but for now, I'm like, let me do these, get used to these moves, put it in my body. Let's go. So we're going to start with a chest squeeze out. You're going to put your palms together right in front of you, pressing your palms all the way through your fingers, right? And you have this tension. This is the resistance. You're going to push this. Here we go. Out and in. So breathe. This is the resistance. As much as you press into your hands, pressing your hands into each other, that is how much resistance you're adding. If you wanted to keep this light, you're probably not going to feel too much of an activation in that upper body through your arms. But if you really press into that all the way through this movement, you're going to feel that. It might feel easier here, but as to keep that same level of resistance all the way out and all the way in, I don't know about you, but I feel the arms shaking. I feel them working. Remember, we're doing this for 45 seconds. So you might I'm already shaking into this move. We have a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, bring it in. Awesome, shake it out into our shoulder press. Sit at feet, shoulder width apart. And pretend like you have weights, right? You're pushing this up and down. So imagine you're pressing up 15, 20 pounds. Even just the idea of it, that activates all inside this torso and in your shoulders. I feel that. Again, bringing it down and pressing that up. Breathe. Kind of like in this gold post position here. Bringing that up and down. If you're not feeling it, it means you're not activating these muscles, because the gravity is pushing down right on your body, and you're using that muscle. You're using that gravity as your resistance. 3, 2, 1, bring it down, shake it out quick. We're going into the same position, but now we're pulsing it. So we're here, and you're gonna pulse it. You might just do like a little raise the roof. We're right in it. It's a pulse movement. Literally, probably micro movement. You know, an inch, maybe 2 inches. And you're gonna feel this really concentrated through the shoulder. Supported all the way through, making sure your core is engaged. I don't know, I really want to do this raise the roof. You know? Really like, yes. It's like, why not? Why not cheer myself on through this movement? It's like, I got this. What? Keep it strong, keep it strong, keep it breathing. I feel it. It is burning. 3, 2, come on. 1, shake it out. What? Seriously. Seriously. So imagine, like, as we go through this, the next time we do it, we're gonna add weight if you want to. Like, it's about progressing, and we're doing these for 45 seconds, so you're gonna feel that burn. Next move is our chest fly that we did before. So we're here, bringing this out. I kind of do a staggered step here. This lets me just lean into this a little bit more, where I feel the activation in my chest. Maybe for you, it's straight up, and you still feel this. Like you're squeezing a ball together. You're pulling apart, squeezing together. Even imagining these things, right? Even if you don't have them, when you imagine that imagery, you have that imagery, your mind is activating these muscles. Your muscles are engaging more so than if you were just doing this very passively, right? If you're just not imagining it. 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Boop, boop, boop. Skull crusher. So standing, you may have seen this before. Palms again pressed together, much like our chest press. You're gonna bring them up, right behind you. So they're down and up, get in it. You're gonna have feet staggered or together, pressing your palms all the way through. If your hands, don't stop. If your hands can't come together, if it's not comfortable, just imagine you have a ball and you're pressing. And you're keeping your elbows in, right? Not out wide, but keeping them in. And this movement is concentrated. Keep it going. Using. This is resistance through 3. This is a short or long. 3, 2. One more. 1. And up. Shake it out. Also, we're going into our bicep curls. We're gonna start with up. You're gonna come halfway down. So we're doing the top half. Keep it right here in. So up, halfway down. Up. So you're just coming literally straight there. If it's easy for you to check in a mirror, just check and make sure that you're only coming halfway down. Elbows into the sides. Right? It's just taking that idea of a bicep curl and just focusing on the top. Concentrating on the muscle. Breathe. You're doing awesome. We're more than halfway through. 3, 2, 1. Now we're starting at the bottom, halfway up. Bottom, so notice, same thing if you need to check it in a mirror. You're here and then just coming halfway up. Sometimes it takes us having that visual cue of seeing, are we just coming halfway up? So all the way down to the halfway up. And that's why if you wanted to add some light weights to this, absolutely you could. You know, doing this, and then we're gonna go into a full range bicep curl. You know, just having this gravity may be enough for you. Maybe you want a little bit more. You know, be where you need to be, where you want to be. It's like that balance between challenging yourself, right? But don't feel like you have to be in competition with, you know, something else. 3, 2, 1. Quick shake out. Now we're doing a full range. So you're down. Again, elbows into the side, down, halfway up, right into it. So now we're doing that full range all the way up. Again, imagine you have weights. Maybe if you wanted to just even hold a bottle of water, maybe you do have weights and you're like, well, let me just see what that feels like with something weighted in my hand. And then you can put it down and now you have that muscle memory of what that feels like, even without something in your hand. Like, I feel this working. Like, right, this, I am literally lifting this like I have a 45-pound dumbbell in my arm. That's how much effort I'm putting into this. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Shake it out. We're doing some lateral raises here. So you're going to bring your arms up, pulse it down in 45-degree, and then pulse it to the front. So we're here again. I'll show you. We're straight up to 45 to front, all within shoulder width. Here we go. And up, down, up, pulse. We're kind of making these loops, right? You can even, if you had weights in your hands, you would just hold them like a light weight. So you're targeting different parts of the shoulder girdle here. Down. Yeah, this is like semi-relaxing. Like up, yeah. Just this motion through it. I can feel that adjustment as I move positions. 3, 2, 1, down. We're going into our bent over row. So for me, Again, positioning, sometimes I'll do feet shoulder width apart, maybe slightly wider, and move my belly around to find this nice position where I can tilt over. Sometimes for me, it might even having this kickstand stance where I'm here, so I bend in both knees, and then you're tilting. The main point is making sure that you're not having pressure in your lower back. So it's about adjusting, maybe you need to come down lower, pushing the booty further back in either position. For me, I'm really like, I've had to play around with it to find what works best for me. But that's the main thing, is just making sure there's not pressure in the back. So if you come over and you're feeling it, bring it up a little bit. So we're doing our bent over row. So I'm coming down, again here, hinging over with my palms together, and I'm pulling this back, squeezing like I have a pencil between my shoulders. Here we go, and up. Exhale as you bring this up. Now I've done this with weights. I've done this with some heavy weights, and I can, but even still, like I'm still feeling challenged just using gravity on my body. Right, because sometimes it's not about adding the weights or even adding the heaviest weights. Is the form right? Am I doing this where if I added weights, I'm doing it safely, right? So a lot of times it's taking a move down to its basic common denominator, really getting that great form into your muscles, and then progressing, then adding the weights from there. Sometimes it might benefit you from not adding the weights immediately, right? Or maybe you've done this move a ton of times, but it doesn't hurt to just check it, right? Check the form. 3, 2, you got this, and 1. Bring it up, shake out the legs, because I was activating the booty. I was activating all my lower body muscles in that stance. And then we're gonna do same position in the bent over, but we're gonna do tricep kickback. So you're bringing elbows in, and you're gonna bring the arms all the way back and really work that tricep. So come down, again, you can do kickstand stance, or bring it down here. Here we go, back. So I'm pulling that back all the way, concentrating into this tricep. Yes. I feel it. She feels it. So imagine when we come back to this in phase 2, and we do have the weights. Maybe you do. Or then you come back in the 3rd phase and we even bump it up from there. You know, starting here, there's a lot of benefits in just starting here. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, squeeze it under. What? Those were our moves all the way through. And we have to do it again. That's why I told you, like, it may be where you're like, I want to add these weights, and then you do this and you're like, oh yeah, maybe not. Or maybe you've done this round and you're like, you know what, I need to go grab some weights. It's okay, you have a few moments, get some water, maybe if you need to adjust, towel down, whatever you need to do. We're gonna start here in literally just about 15 seconds. And we're starting from the top with our chest squeeze and going all the way through. I'll probably pick up the pace just a tad now that you know the moves, right? The first time through, kind of explaining and demoing, and then this time through it's like, oh no, let's do this. Okay, so here we are in our chest press squeeze. Palms together, pressing it through, and out, in. Keeping that same level of resistance out and in, right? So the tendency may be to keep it really like, I got this, and then lighten it up as you get out, but try to keep that same level of resistance all the way through, and breathing. From the palm through your fingers, even like the pads of my fingers have pressure on each other. Keeping that in, working that chest. 3, 2, 1, into our shoulder press. So we're here, goal post and up. So that's where my arms are. I don't have them forward. They're right here, like right, pressing that up. Yeah. There might be less talking on this round. Just like concentrate to get through this with you. Breathe, yeah, you got this. What? About 10 more seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, quick shake out. Then we're going into our shoulder pulses. Same position, and now you're pulsing right into that. Or again, raise your roots. Raise the roots. I kind of keep it slow and controlled. Oh my goodness, my arms are burning. Slow and controlled. Because if I go fast, I mean, I can get really complacent and passive in that, whereas going slow really forces me to work that. Oh my goodness, I have to shake that out. Even if you're like, shake it out, but then get back in it. Right, this is a challenge for me too. 45 seconds, back to back, 3, 2, 1. It's a lot. This wasn't about making it easy. You know what I'm saying? Into our chest fly. So we're here. I'm gonna do a kickstand. Keep you a little bit separated here, and we're out. I do a little bit of a tilt back. That is my preference. That just helps me. For you, it might be a straightforward. Like for some reason, this tilt just gives me a little bit of stability, gives me a little bit more stability in this move. And you're pressing this back, squeezing it in. Remember, squeezing as if you have something in between you and then pulling it apart. This dual movement. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out into our skull crusher. Hands together. Come on this side. Straight up. And then you bring it back and up. And again, if you don't have just the range of pulling, again, you might have an injury where it's not comfortable to bring your palms together and keep your elbows in. Just imagine you have a ball, but definitely work at keeping these elbows tucked in, right? We don't want them flying out. Keep it going. Making sure your shoulders are not in your ears. I know it's hard with this move to really get the shoulders down out of the ears. And the elbows are in. It's like all these little cues. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Into our bicep curl. Halfway up and down. Oh no, I lied. Up halfway down. Doing the top half. And in this stance, always having a slight bend, and then you notice how I'm never just fully straight locked out. Like I have this bit of a bend. I sit back into my booty. Gives me that strength and stability. I can really focus on what I have to do here, right? Like, yes. You're doing amazing. You're still in here with me. Believe me, that in itself is a victory. Few more moves. Just hang in there with me. 3, 2, 1. Now we're down halfway up. There we go. Right? Again, take a stance that works for you. Some people just love it with kickstand. There's positions or there's moves where it makes the most sense. Where it's a comfort thing. And we're all, shaped differently. And so something that may be comfortable, right? Like this stance may just really not work for you. And you're like, this kickstand, you're like, yeah, that's my jam. It could just be one little adjustment. And then if taking it slightly wider helps, go for it. We're in these moves. 45 seconds may not seem long, but when you're in them, you're like, really? That's when you tell yourself, you got this. You got this far. You can finish this out. 3, 2, 1, full range. Here we go. In, down, all the way up. Even if you have to take a quick break and press pause, like I had to shake it out. I was like, I had to find my legs. The shoulder pulse. It's okay. It's meant to challenge you. We don't grow unless we're being challenged. If it was easy, right? If it's too easy, then are you really growing, right? Probably not. There we go. Almost done. Then we have 2 more moves. 3, 2, 1. Almost there. Bent over row. Find your stance. Right feet shoulder width. Maybe kickstand. Hinging at the hip. I am pushing my booty back so it's not in my back. And then here we go. And back. Palms together, right? Squeezing that pencil between your shoulder blades. Exhale as you pull that up. Core engaged. I mean, I am activated all through my body. I love these moves where I'm like, I feel like a warrior princess. Yes. You're almost there, literally. Finishing out this move. Then we have our kickbacks. Then we are done. Then we go into our cool down and stretch it out. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Just a slight shake out. And then we're bringing it back down into our kickbacks. Again, for me, this kickstand works best for me here. So we're coming down, hinge, right? So notice how I came down a bit, hinge, and now here we are, kicking it back. Regardless of if you're down low, right? Maybe you're here. I don't feel this at all on my back. I'm so supported through everything. But if you're feeling it and you need to adjust here, it's okay. You're bringing this, still pushing through the tricep. Elbows in. It's about playing with the levels, finding out what works best for your body. Come on. So proud of you. We are almost done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just give me one more. And bring it up. What? That is what I'm talking about. It's like, I get excited. I get excited every time I finish something because that, you know, how many times have we started something, but then it's like we've given up. We were so hard on ourselves. We didn't do it perfectly, and we're like, I just quit, or it was too hard. But the fact that when you finish something, you see, I didn't just start it. I fought through. I found this. I had this strength. I had everything in me to not just start, but to see it through and to finish. That's why I'm always going to be like high fives, doing all the things at the end of these workouts, because that's a big deal. It doesn't matter if you stumbled through it. It doesn't matter if you had to pause 50 million times. It doesn't even matter if some of the moves you were like, Kanoa, I'm just gonna like be here and shimmy shake and watch how I'll do it. The fact is you hung in there, and if you're still here right now, you finished it through, and I'm proud of you. Okay, let's go ahead and give our upper body some love. So I'm alternating shoulder rolls. I'm just kind of doing one shoulder at a time. A little bit of love at a time, rolling them back. Oh yeah. Just Live in this. Live in these moments. Reverse. Now bring it forward. Alternating. Taking your time. You might find that one shoulder might need a little bit of extra love than another, and it's okay to kind of like just stay there a couple of times. You're like, okay, let me do 2 or 3 on this side, then 2 or 3 on the other side, or maybe you just keep alternating. You don't have to do it exactly how I do. Giving you options. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. I want you to just literally swing your arms. You're kind of giving yourself a hug, right? So it's like you come around and you hug, kind of like wrapping your arms. That is the young. And make sure you're alternating, right? Which arm comes up on the top. So one time my right comes at the top, then the next it's the left. Swinging that open. I love this. Maybe you're tapping side to side. This is really good. Like, I might need to stay here for another 5 minutes afterwards and do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now into our wide arm circles, and we're going to alternate that again. So going back, so it's your right, then your left. Maybe you notice that there's a differing range of motion on one shoulder versus the other. Take your time through that, right? You might feel, and if there's a sticking point, like take your time through that. Like I can feel there's like some tightness when I hit a certain spot, and I'm like, okay, be gentle. Stretching through, like I like to reach through, my fingers stretch through that move. Trying to keep facing forward and just bringing that arm back and around. One more on each side. Do the right, left. Now reverse that, bring it forward, a couple of these. There we go. Like I said, we're gonna have a couple more of these. You're gonna see at least 2 more of these upper bodies within focused power, and they're gonna get progressively more challenging in different ways, right? We add the weights that might not be 45 seconds long, but maybe we do it for 30 seconds and we do 3 times, right? And we're doing it with weights. There's different ways that you can challenge your body, but definitely hang in there. You know, if you find that you're really loving this upper muscle strengthening workout, right? You feel like, okay, this is definitely something my body needs right now. You know, hang in there. Maybe you don't do all of the workouts for focused power, but maybe you pick out the ones that are really gonna serve you, right? That's why we have so much variation in there. So it serves you. Maybe it is doing all of them, you know? Only you know this. But I give you permission to use it how you need to use it. 3, 2, give me one more on each side. Right, left. Awesome, you're going to clasp hands in the front and then press away right in front. Maybe you sit back into your heels a little bit and you press that out. Really rounding, letting your shoulders round here. Sometimes you hear like, don't round your shoulders. You can here, so as you inhale, you should feel that breath expand in your chest, and it actually expands through the back. So you breathe, as you breathe, it actually helps you get a deeper stretch there. Exhale. So as you inhale, deep breath, and really press these hands out. Give me one more. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, bring your arms down, shake that out. Then last stretch, clasping your hands behind your back. Yeah, I can. And if you can, it's just the idea, like opening up your chest and reaching. It could be just as simple as that. But if you find it in your body that you can clasp your hands, go for it. And just stretch through your arms. You're really gonna feel that. The shoulders, the chest. Breathe. Same thing here. as you breathe, you feel your chest expand, your back expand. It kind of helps this get a deeper stretch there. Relax into this belt press. 3, 2, 1. And release gently. Shake it out. There we go. There we have it. Upper body 3.3. Hopefully you found that was challenging, but then also I hope you had fun and you feel a little bit more of that strength that you just built. You spent time building into your body. That was amazing. I hope you stick in there with me. I hope I get to see you again for our next upper body or any of these workouts. This has been amazing, and I will definitely see you next time.